What is an irrigation control valve solenoid, which runs the irrigation control valve electronically versus running it manually? Simply put, this is an irrigation control valve. Water feeds in one side as the arrow bespeaks here, exit on the other side. However, this water will stop in here unless this control valve or the solenoid opens to allow this to open to allow the water to exit. So if you ever come across a situation where your sprinkler, one particular zone, will not cut off or will not cut on, this valve may be bad. Sometimes they can get grit and not seat properly, etc. But question, now what operates this? This is the solenoid on top. The solenoid has two wires. This is for a residential for the most part. Okay, this solenoid here, again, has two wires here coming off of the control, the irrigation control valve. The solenoid is seated on top of the valve. So what is the function of the solenoid? When power is energized here, this allows this valve to open. So I guess this valve would be a normally closed valve while not energized. This kind of translates sort of from your heating and air conditioning. One can extrapolate this data and actually come over here. But we say this irrigation valve here is not energized. Where is it energized from? It's energized from 110 through a transformer at the control box, which is controls it manually. Then when the control box sends a signal down these wires, it energizes a solenoid, and one can actually physically put their hand on it and feel it bzzz, kind of vibrate or buzzing. One can almost hear um, uh, an analogy would be like a bee, a bumblebee or something, or a bee just humming. But you can actually, when it's energized, you could put your hand on it and actually feel it. So, question, this is considered low voltage. So, anyway, what happens, okay, you've got a hot wire and a common wire. Now, when wiring this up, does it matter which one's which? My opinion, I think it doesn't. It really does not matter. You can't get the wires wrong. Now, each valve has to have a common wire in common to make it a network. Just think of it as a common network. Everything needs to be in common and have one particular thing. But the common could be on this side, the hot this side, etc. So anyway, the hot and the common's energized. This solenoid kicks on. When the solenoid kicks on, the um, the irrigation control valve opens and the water goes all the way through. Once the time stops, it de-energizes. There's no more power, 24 volts or 18 to 24 volts, somewhere thereabouts, going back here. Once it's de-energized, this is supposed to cut off. So if it's de-energized and this is supposed to be cut off and the valve in that particular zone is running, you may this may foreshadow a bad irrigation valve. So, and then at this point, you need an irrigation expert and to address the issue, rectify, and solve your problem. So, anyway, this is what a solenoid is for an irrigation control valve. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.